All right, welcome everyone. I wanted to thank you all for coming out today. My name is Eve Freed. I'm the president of Senate 33. Senate and Black Student Union collaborated to make this happen with the intention of highlighting Black student voices. Before we begin, I just want to say Senate is deeply sorry that we have not been better allies and representatives to this community. We had the opportunity to act on multiple times, and we apologize that it has taken this crisis to commit closer ties and support and to lend you our support, and we welcome all of your criticism of us today. We want to commit to closer ties and support in the future. So today, Senate is taking a step back, and Will Constant, former senator and vice president of BSU, will be moderating this town hall alongside our vice president of leadership, Hank Courtney. I'll be passing this off to Will now.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing fine. As you know, my name is Will Constant, current vice president for BSU. At this moment, I would like to introduce my fearless leaders, Savannah and Nande.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming on this call. There's currently 433 people, and I just want to say this is so awesome. And all your hard work has pushed us to where we are today, and this is just the first step, and we have a long way to go. And I'm looking forward for all your support, and we just got to keep the fight going. So I don't want to talk too long because I want to make sure that as much people have the opportunity to speak as possible. So I'm just going to say a couple of opening statements, and then I'm going to pass it back over to them. So the purpose of this town hall is to call out Lehigh's administration's lack of attention to the Black students and ask what they are willing to do to rectify the wrongdoings that have been done to our community. Call out the student body for the lack of upholding the principles of equitable community. Acknowledge the lack of resources for Black students, such as safe spaces. Call out lack of educational resources to educate non-Black populations about racism. And lastly, call out President Simon, Dr. Outing, and Dr. Hall for not being proactive with the response to the Black Lives Matter movement, even though they champion on diversity. So we want to say whatever you need to say. This is for you to be angry. This is for you to voice your opinions. And without you, we cannot change anything. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Nande, if you would like to just introduce yourself too, so we see you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nande Trent, the co-president of BSU at this time. I would just like to piggyback on what Savannah said and thank you guys for coming. We don't want to take up too many time, and I will be back later on at the end for my closing statement. Back to you, Will.
I would just like to announce some of the important people in the room today. In attendance, we have President Simon. We have the new provost, Nathan Urban. We also have the vice president for equity and community, Dr. Outing, apologies for that. Dr. Hall. We also have the vice president of student affairs, and we also have Lehigh's police chief, Chief Schiffer. These are many important people that will help us on our way to make change on our campus. And at this time, I would like to introduce President Simon for his opening statement.
Thank you, Will. First, I want to thank Black Student Union and the Student Senate for holding the Black Lives Matter Town Hall today and inviting me and members of my team to listen. I'm sorry. Over the last 10 days, I feel I've let the Lehigh community down, and specifically our Black community. And more personally, I've let myself down. I struggle to understand the brutality and the violence we're witnessing in our country today. I should have responded earlier. I should have been more forceful in my own words and in a voice authentic to me. I've been focused on safely reopening Lehigh during this pandemic. And I now realize that that sole focus meant my priorities were not in the right order. Our communities and our world's response to the murder of George Floyd has made this clear to me. The challenges I face right now are the most complex I've ever experienced in my life. And to lead Lehigh forward and in an impactful way, I need to hear your candid voices. The other university leaders joining this call need to hear your voices too. We need to learn from you so that we can do better at Lehigh. Lehigh's history reveals change occurs in an episodic fashion and are driven by campus crises. While we are in a crisis, we must strive to make it different this time. Our focus must be continuous and lasting. Our goal must be to make Lehigh an anti-racist institution. And I want the administration to work alongside BSU and other groups in our community to bring this about together. For me, I am learning. And here I quote Ibram Kendi. I'm learning that being an anti-racist requires persistent self-awareness, consistent self-criticism, and regular self-examination. I'm trying to do this. And I know that my role requires that I hold our institutional leadership accountable to the same. Today, we need to hear and we need to learn from you. And I anticipate and actually welcome that this is the first of many discussions Lehigh will have in the next several months. Will, I thank you for the opportunity to speak briefly. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for speaking. It means a lot to the students to hear you speak right now. At this moment, I would like to pass off the baton to Hank, my co-host and co-moderator.